guess. She prefers that the man make all the decisions on a date. She says that she unintentionally makes a face that scares guys, and she loves to be the center of attention. Please welcome Laurie Lang. Hi, Laurie.
Hi.
How are you? Nice to meet you. Have a seat.
Thank you.
So how are you the center of attention, Laurie?
Well, when I go out at night, I like to go to clubs, and whenever there's a stage in the club, I am right up on the stage. If I know when I'm going out at night that I look good, and if I'm on the stage, people can see me, and I stand out, and I appreciate people knowing that I look good.
Oh, good. Now, when you're on stage, you ever make that face that scares guys? What is that face?
Sometimes, like, when I have no expression on my face, people think that I'm mad or that it's my pissed off bitch face. But
right.
it's just, it's just like, it's no expression. I don't know that I'm doing it, but guys seem to get the wrong idea about that.
And just use any words you feel like, Laurie. Don't hold back.
I'm sorry.
Let's take a look at the men that Laurie had to choose from. Remember, you guys are going to pick the man that you think is best for her. First, there was Gordon. He usually dates about twice a month. He describes himself as good-looking, financially stable, and great in bed. Here's what happened when Gordon spent the weekend with a date and her family.
She and I were on the pull-out couch. Her mom and, like, her uncle and, like, one other person was in the other bed, right? So, you know, they're like, all right, everybody go to bed. So we all go to bed, and lights go out, you know, that kind of thing. And it just, one thing led to another, you know. She's kind of laying on her side with the back to me, and, you know, one thing led to another.
And next there was Brian. He was born and raised in Hartford, Connecticut. He says that the best dating advice he's gotten is, if it's going really bad, just keep drinking. Brian admits that he's a neat freak, and here's the kind of woman he's looking for.
I don't like, serious women. I like, I want a woman who's going to smile a lot, especially someone that I see at a bar, across the bar. Smile is always a definite turn on. And, just some sense of style, someone who doesn't just, throw on a pair of jeans and a T-shirt all the time.
And finally, Steven. He only dates about once a month. He prefers blondes with long, straight hair who have natural beauty and are athletic, sexy, outgoing, and educated. And he says other than that, he's not too picky. Steven tells us about a recent experience.
One time when I was out with my buddies, I met this really nice-looking girl. I mean, just nice body, everything. Wearing a short top, and, she had a boob job, right? And she caught me staring at her, and I felt really bad. She's all, what is, you really keep looking at my boobs, because I was complimenting her face. I had a really pretty face, but I was just looking at her boobs.
All right, guys, those are the three men that Laurie had to choose from, but it's time for you to choose. Make your vote. All right, Laurie, the votes are in. Why don't you tell us who you chose?
I chose Brian.
Brian, let's say hello to him. This is Brian Doyle. Hi, Brian.
Hey, Pat.
Thanks for being here. Tell us about your date, Laurie.
Well, we talked on the phone, and we decided that the only time that we could go out would be on a Sunday afternoon.
So Sunday, and was that okay with you, Brian?
No, it wasn't. I'm a huge football fan, and the Packers and the Patriots were both playing that day.
So Sunday, not so good for you. Now, did she describe herself to you on the phone, Brian?
Yeah, she did. Everything sounded good except that she said she was blonde, and I'm usually not into blondes at all. I like darker-haired women and women, who have more of a tan.
All right, well, you talked on the phone, and then what happened, Laurie?
Well, then I went to his house, and when I saw him, he's a little bit skinnier than I normally like.
Mm-hmm. Skinny?
And
so is Leonardo DiCaprio. The kid gets constantly.
And, well, okay. Also a little bit shorter than I normally like, but I knew that when I saw his video.
Oh, all right. So then what, Laurie?
He had been talking about this bar that was really cool, so we decided to drive to the bar. And on the way to the bar, he's like, oh, here's this strip club over here that's topless, but they serve alcohol there. And oh, wait, over here is a strip club. It's full nudity, but they don't serve alcohol here. And he was like pointing out the strip clubs on the way to the bar.
Yeah. Have you been to all these clubs, Brian?
Oh, no, I know only what I read in magazines and newspapers.
No, you told me you saw someone famous in one of those strip clubs.
So sorry to offend you. This coming from someone who chose to spend their college career in Las Vegas, a town full of scumbag, drug addict, gambling junkies with sex shops and strip clubs on every corner. And I'm sorry, Laurie, I didn't mean to offend you like that, to mention a strip club.
I hate to interrupt, Brian. I just want to say hi to our sponsors in Las Vegas. Then what happened, Laurie?
Okay, well then, we go to the bar, and I thought, well, maybe if we have a few drinks, things will liven up. We'll be able to talk more or whatever. But all that we really talked about, we found out that we both have dents in our cars. That's what we had in common. After the bar, he had said that, like, when his family was out before, they had gone to the Griffith Park Observatory. So we went up there to look at the view.
Why do you think she suggested that, Brian, the observatory?
Maybe she thought it might be romantic. Maybe I would kiss her. I don't know.
Well, I don't know where you got that idea, but...
All right.
Okay.
So that wasn't your thinking, but
No.
you went up there?
But we were up there, and we were looking at the view, and we were standing on the fence for like 5 minutes just looking at the view. And then all of a sudden, he just turns around and starts to walk away. And I'm like, oh, are you ready to go? Or, whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, well, yeah, let's go. And we just started to walk away.
Why did you walk away, Brian?
I felt we had spent enough time together, and I wanted to see NFL primetime, and it was coming on at my buddy's house for me, so I wanted to get out.
All right. Tell me how the date ended, Laurie.
Well, we just went back to his apartment, and he walked me to my car, and we said goodbye.
Uh-huh. Let's take a look and see who the audience voted for. The audience chose Brian, too. 78% of our audience chose Brian. They thought he'd be perfect for you, Laurie.
Well,
If you would like to go out with Brian again, we'd be happy to pay for it.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
You stay on your own for a little while?
Yeah, I'm going to stay on my own.
Brian, I'm sorry things didn't work out.
It's all right. Thanks for having me.
We're going to take a break. Be right back with another guest after this.